So by looking at having a very small window of expectation on what you should be trying to pull out of the marketplace, that being 5 handles. If we go through this process and you take 3 months and you can't get 5 handles, but you can show a record of you doing consistently 3 to 4 handles each time you do it. You're not there at 5 handles, but you're able to go in there, see when it's going to likely move in one direction or the other, and you can time it with a small time frame. Because if you can time it with a small time frame, you can time it with a larger time frame. The larger time frame just takes more time to deliver it, but it's the same thing because price is fractal. It's the same things that are occurring on these small 1 minute and 5 minute charts are occurring on weekly and monthly charts. It just takes a whole lot more time. I don't have the patience for that. Some of you might have the patience for that. You may have the predisposition to do, hey, I can do a trade on a weekly chart. I don't want to go anything lower than a weekly chart. I don't know how anybody could do that because that's an incredible amount of patience. I don't have that much patience. I can change my mind very quickly. I can have something distract me and take me out of a train of thought. And it takes me time to get back in sync. So if I'm a trader that requires just daily candles and I get a news report or something happens and we break out into some kind of conflict in another country or a scandemic breaks out again, something to that effect, all that stuff's going to take my attention and dilute it from what I'm trying to do in the marketplace, and I won't be able to focus. So because I am obsessively compulsive and I'm bipolar, I'm wrestling a lot of mental baggage, that I can't fix. I'm hardwired this way. I can't fix it. So I found where I can engage, where it gives me plenty of opportunity, even if I lose my focus. Someone distracts me, my children distract me, I'm late to my chart because of something, I have to eat something or I have to, relieve myself. We're all human beings. Something has you away from the charts and you can't be there. Okay, that's fine. A 1 and 5 minute chart puts me right back in sync with things and I can find another setup. Every single 60-minute candle has an opportunity for you to trade that 2022 model. What? Yeah. During those times I've taught you to focus on, not every hour, during those hours of 8:30 to 9:30 to 10:30. Every hour candle, if you strip that down to 15-second candles, that 2022 model exists there. What? Yeah. There's a, what was the, there was a children's movie my youngest son drove us to a couple years ago. Dr. Seuss. Something, the fact that there was this elephant or whatever, at least it looked like an elephant, and they lived in this world or whatever, and he heard somebody talking, or these little characters talking in this flower or something. The memory is vague, but I remember when they zoomed into this world, it was a whole lot of things going on inside there where it's microscopic. Well, if you're looking at an hourly candle and imagine that you had a microscope and you drilled down into that 1 hour candle and how much movement took place inside that 1 hour candle, and you look at it through the lens of a 15-second chart, that 2022 model is there every single hour. The fluctuations are not going to be monumental, but that same thing can be programmed and coded as an algorithm that fires just like that, autonomously. Your perception of price is so heavily taken out of focus with the books, the logic that people teach you, that don't know how price is really going to book. They have no idea where it's likely to go next. And the evidence is how they're trading. Like, I watch live streamers just because I want to see when I see their expectation on a marketplace opposed to what I'm expecting price to do. I have a 90% edge that my setup at that moment is going to work at that time. Now, when you hear that, that sounds like you're a jerk. You're arrogant. Listen to what you just said. You're shitting on all these live streamers. No, I'm not. I didn't say one live streamer. I didn't specifically name anybody. There's 7 of them that I follow. A couple of them are just very inconsistent. Some of them are consistent. But collectively, when I have all of them, when all of them are looking for something and they start using keywords like, there's no way, or I think it's really gonna, when they start using descriptors, I'm listening for that. They're on very low volume when I'm looking to do a trade. And when I hear all of them start chattering the same way, oh, I think it's going to go down when I'm looking for the buy side liquidity. And when I see a fair value gap or institutional overflow entry drill, or it runs sell side on a 1-minute chart or a 15-second chart, and they're saying that very thing at that moment that they're expecting it to go down. Oh, it's going to break here. Watch this trend line break. Watch this descending triangle. It's going to go this way. All the moving averages are pointing down. That's exactly what I want to hear. That's exactly, because it's like, that's it. I have that very moment encapsulated in time where smart money is arm wrestling neophyte retail traders' logic. That moment, that very, very instant, you're in a 90% bracket right there. Now, some of these live streamers are still making money in that day, but I'm listening for that sentiment reading that I'm trying to get that from them. I'm not in their live streams shitting on them. I'm not talking about them. I'm not trolling them. I'm not doing any of that. And most of the time, they're not even aware that I'm here. But I'm listening. I want to hear their descriptive tone say they are committed to this going one direction or the other. And I'm waiting for that to occur when I'm looking for my market move. And if I have a PD array right there at the time, and I hear that, I don't smile, I don't smirk. I just know that, okay, I have now retail sentiment telling me exactly what I want to see as an opposing view. And because I trade with smart money logic and concepts, that arm wrestling match between someone that reads retail books and is reacting to price versus I'm sitting and waiting. I'm waiting for something to occur in the market, in price, and I know that retail traders, that's why you see me sometimes comment say, retail wants to go long here. Retail thinks this. That's the very time I'm hearing, if you see it ever in my live recordings, or I'm annotating the chart while I'm in the trade, or we're about to move a stop or take partials or whatever, I'm listening to that. And that's why I'm prompting it in the chart, because I'm getting feedback from live streamers that are telling me that that's what they see. And when they lose and it goes the other direction, the more disgruntled, or the faster they feel like, oh no, or oh, they sound like they're surprised, the better the trade is. So I know I'm going to run to my buy side or my next partial rather quickly at that time. And you'll see me say what? I want to see speed and distance. Oops, ICT just let the cat out of the bag. That's what I'm doing. I'm listening to retail traders literally tell me the opposing side, real time. And that gives me the juice with my own concepts, knowing that, okay, this is going to really deliver nice. But in all actuality, it's occurring all the time. If you don't believe me, look at some of the posts I've done where I've done my executions, and you'll see students say, I got stopped out there. I thought it was going to go the other direction. How did you figure out that was a long, or why'd you go short there? I was trying to do the opposite. So even in that capacity, you can see that it is a phenomenon there. So I absolutely love the fact that these souls out there are willing to put themselves out in front of the entire world and push a button and share their intelligence, or lack thereof, not to be disrespectful, because some of them are streaming before they even learned how to trade. But others are out there being profitable, but I love hearing them become very committed to one side of the marketplace. That doesn't mean just because they start saying, hey, look, it's going to really crash down here, or it's going to sink. It's no way it's not going to go down. Just because they say that doesn't mean I'm going in there fading them. That's not what I'm saying here. What I'm saying is, if I'm already anticipating something, and then I hear the retail squawk box that I create with these live streamers, that moment when they do that, that to me is that's it. That's the last check on all the boxes that need to be for a really quick, low resistance liquidity run, because it's exactly when they would not expect it to occur. And I'm capitalizing on them because they're trying to keep their social media equity curve increasing. So they want to constantly give engagement to their viewers, and they want to constantly sugarcoat and entertain. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's absolutely commendable. And if they're consistently doing something and they can make money, great, who cares? I'm only trying to tell you what it is I'm listening to these live streamers for. I'm listening for that moment, that very moment where they're absolutely now committed. If I am expecting something in the opposing direction and I have a PD array I'm watching, when I hear them say that, that registration of committal on their part, and if it's just one of them, not so much. But when they all start, and it's almost like they're crickets, they start chirping together, like, it's weird. It's a crazy phenomenon, but it's literally like Fade 101. If you're using the things I'm teaching you in price. Not all the time. Not everything they say can be faded. That's not what I'm saying here. But that's why I'm listening to specific live streamers. So please, if you know that I'm a follower of your live stream, that's not meant to be disrespectful to you. Okay. I think what I just said was rather balanced. I didn't make anyone sound or imply that any of them were failed traders. I didn't say that at all. I'm just saying, for my personal study and an observation and a laboratory experiment, when I teach my sons how to do this, I'm telling them that, look, listen to what they're saying right now. Do you see that? And you see how what I'm showing you is opposed to that. Just sit back and watch what happens. Now, I ain't going to lie. They're laughing and saying, how can they not see this? Well, because they're not aware that what we're having this discussion about. They're not privy to it. But I'm privy to their expectation and their bias because they're making it public, right? So I'm capitalizing on that. Much like all the meme stock traders that were in Reddit saying they were going to beat the hedge fund managers. No, you weren't. And you can see their stocks have been smashed. They didn't do what they said they were going to do. Okay, so they used that sentiment reading in Reddit's chat rooms or whatever it is they use. I don't know, I've never been on Reddit before, but I told you all on Twitter, I said, don't touch these stocks, because now they have the bait. Everybody thinks they're going to be able to muscle it up. There's a lot of people that's buying it, but why didn't it go to the moon? Because it doesn't work that way, folks. It doesn't work that way. I know it's frustrating, because if you're new and you think, oh, it's going to go up to the moon. No, it's not. Especially when everybody thinks it's going to go up there, it's not. In passing, real quick, I almost mentioned this. I saw a tweet. Some guy sent me a SpongeBob meme. Something how you said Bitcoin to 10,000. I'm not a crypto trader, but I believe once they roll out all the central bank digital currencies, that all of your crypto is going to go to shit. And I'm okay with being wrong. I don't have a horse in the race. I don't care. I don't care about that. Okay. But I wouldn't be buying it, and I wouldn't be looking for it to go to 20,000. I wouldn't be looking for it to do anything. It's going to probably be very frustrating. It could stay chopping in here between 22,000 and whatever the low of the most recent low was. It could just bang around in there for a long time. It makes no sense to me. I don't like the asset class, and there's better real markets to trade with precision. So I'm not worried or influenced by anybody that is a fanatic with crypto. Anytime this thing goes up a little bit, you all think it's going to Saturn. Okay, fuck the moon. It's going out of the solar system, and it's unfortunate, because that has hurt more people than I think than any asset class in the last 20 years. Like that mindset of it can only do that when that's not true. Markets can stay in a choppy, shitty ass trading range for a long time, and you're the whole time expecting it to go to the moon and drive you nuts. Fuck that. If I'm going to be in here in these markets, I'm going in there where I'm going to make money, find my setup, get in there, get it and run, and I'm going to live my life. Not obsessively looking at my phone, worrying about who's going to say something bad about crypto or Bitcoin. Oh no, FUD, or I don't even fuck that. I think it's FUD. I don't know. I don't know about it. Okay, I just know that that segment of Twitter and the trading community are just wild. Like they're just really, really wild. And I wish I could get that same fevered pitch into futures. Could you imagine? It would be so amazing because you would have such a rich sentiment reading, because crypto sentiment is perpetual bull. I mean, there's a lot of smart folks out there know that, okay, yeah, it's probably not going to go up because it's going to do this and do that. But by far and large, crypto really is like, it's a circus. Like and it's carnival. Like it's absolutely insanity. And unfortunately, a lot of new money, a lot of new traders came into trading through that, expecting it to go to them and expecting it to do really well. And I mentioned, you got to be careful. It's going to go to shit. And look how many times we've had like the FTX stuff. And my own son, he has his shit caught up in a broker he can't get his money out of. Okay, because he didn't listen to good old ICT, his daddy. So it's frustrating. And I know I'm going to be frustrated because some of you are going to do things that you're told not to do. You're going to do things that you were never told to do. And you're probably going to hurt yourself this year. And I want to remind you all, that's your fucking fault. That's your fault. You did that to yourself, because there's nobody's ever going to say ICT caused me to lose money, because I've always taught in a paper trading account or a demo, and they're in a fucking court anywhere. They're going to say, oh yeah, this demo trader, this demo trade, this concept in a demo trade caused you to lose money. You took the initiative to push a button, and I'm telling you, don't push a fucking button this year. Don't. Learn how to read price. Learn your own tendencies to be impulsive. That's going to be a painful lesson for you. What's impulsive mean? Gentlemen, you're walking next to your girlfriend or your spouse, significant other. You're walking, and all of a sudden, out the corner of your eye, Miss Everything, Miss Fang, dressed to the gills, beautiful, lovely. What's your eye do? Look over. Now, at that moment right there, you better get your shit fixed real quick before your significant other catches you looking. But no, what do? You make sure the coast is clear, then you look back again, and then now you're undressing her. That's impulsive. That's the thing that you should not do, but you fucking did it, didn't you? And you might get away with it once in a while. You might get away with it at that instant. But if you live your life like that, your significant other is going to catch you doing that. And what do you think they're going to say? Now, if you're in a long-term committed relationship, they're going to let you nudge you with their elbow. What are you doing? You can't get that. But if you're in a young, new, fledgling relationship, and you haven't really committed yourself either party, and it's something new and fresh, you're going to feel insecure if your significant other is looking at someone else like that and gawking. Because you're going to think, oh, they're looking somewhere else. The grass is greener on the other side. That's impulsive. How's that related to trading?